Hello everybody, welcome back into Grantham CBT channel. We're going back for a quick domestic hop tonight, about 1 hour in the Ryanair Boeing 737-800 new generation edition. I thought it'd be good to contrast it from the last flight we did into Dublin in the Zibo and go in the level up and can see the differences in the physics, the modelling and the performance. So, welcome in. Our route takes us straight out of Dublin and I suspect a pretty straight out departure. As usual, we're going to bring the flight plan, and you guys can see with me what we're going to be doing. You should see it now on the screen. We've got the flight plan up. I haven't put it into Sky Vectors this time, just because last time was a little bit of an exception, although you can do that. You can copy and paste your flight plan to Sky Vectors and get visualization. Sometimes that can be better. Today, it is a lot clearer and a lot better conditions than last time. Initially, I was going to fly from Manchester, but Manchester does have some rough weather at the moment. I figured I'd keep it fairly simple. If we go over to windy here, it's arguably worse than here down here in England, but Dublin's looking okay. It's got that northerly pushing wind, northeast pushing wind. And then, of course, Edinburgh's up there about 8 degrees, so it's not too bad. 1 hour flight, METAR we can get off here, so we got VFR conditions at Dublin and at Edinburgh. And we'll wait and see how that goes. Manchester now, I was at Manchester Airport earlier for real, and I can tell you that it's saying LIFR, and it was pretty awful conditions there, minimum visibility to be honest. So interesting, yeah. We'll crack on. We're expecting a departure today of 28 right with a Rotev 3 Juliet, and then we're expecting a standard instrument departure and a standard arrival. The Tunso 1 Echo. Anyway, enough gossip for now. Let's hop into the cockpit and we'll get some flight done. I've got the GPU online. We just need to kick the plane in gear and get all the flight plan stuff sorted. So we're going to hop in. You can see some lights on in here for us. Let's crack some of these background lights. Not too much because it's dark. We still want our lights to eyes to adjust. So we'll get the battery on. Okay, dome light might be a bit too much for night time. We have got ground power. I can hear the stall warning going off. Could be a sign that we've got high winds. We'll check the overhead panel. As usual, we'll do some checks. Again, those sounds are just a lot clearer. A lot clearer than the Zibo mod, that's for sure. And in general, as you can see, much higher fidelity. And just generally much more pleasurable to be in, I think. So we'll do the IRS. I like to do this before I do my tests on the fire things, just to get it all done in order. Well, I say in order, but it's a sort of natural way to work through it, isn't it? From top to bottom, from left to right. Okay, we go down the left hand side, we get your DAP on. I'm going to stick some fuel pumps on. I might as well just stick them all on. I like to stick them all on sometimes. We check the cross feed. In general, this part isn't needing too much change. You don't really change much there unless you have some issues. We'll leave the APU off for now, so we need our engine starting. We'll get the logo lights on. These position lights are on. No smoking there. We'll arm the emergency exit lights. We'll go up here and do the window test. Window heat. We'll check the probes as well. Just listen to those buttons. They're very good. They've improved these massively. They're no longer these are the proper flimsy buttons and switches you get on the plane. These are really realistic sounding as well. Anyway, we don't need that on just until we get in the air, or when we get in the air. Hopefully we don't forget it this time. Things on this side are in the same place. We could get the APU and get the bleed air, but I'm not too bothered about that today. Everything else is where I last left it. We left Squawk, not this plane last time, but I did leave this in here. Last time I was in the level up, and they do have persistent systems on it now, which is a huge relief for me. Yeah, that's the overhead done. Let's do some annunciation recalls down here. We'll do that for the co-pilot and the pilot, the captain and the co-pilot. Again, if it's a two-man crew, this would be pretty simple because, well, I say pretty simple, it'd be a lot quicker because you've got 2 people working on it. All the annunciation lights and the lights are working. Go down here, we'll check the fire extinguisher systems. Fire bottles, or extinguisher bottles there are full. cargo things passed. We'll check the TCAS later on when we're ready to go. Right, let's get our information entered. So, fuel weight and balance. I don't know how many we're expecting. Again, I'll bring it up on a separate window. Just makes it a little bit easier. Just double check this is our flight. So, Ryanair today saying 0172. I'm pretty sure I filed for 172. But we'll wait and see what's coming up later on. So that's our flight. Release 1945. I think we're expected to depart about 8:30. 2,000 for the trip. Total block fuel today 5292. And I've just realised as well, this is, even though it's level up, it's covered in pounds. I'm pretty sure I changed that last time, so maybe it's not saved it. So we go here onto, if I could try and remember some of this stuff, maybe I'm not clued up on this. General configuration, that should be in hectopascals and kilos. Again, I'm pretty confident I changed this. This may be something that needs saving. And we'll go back, we'll save. And we'll put our fuel in first, so 5.2. I'm going to round it up, so we'll just say 5.3. Cargo and baggage, I suspect there'll be quite a lot of people, because these kinds of routes usually are actually fairly popular, and it is fairly popular. We've got over 4,500 kg of baggage and cargo. That's insane for such a short trip as well, and we have 184 packs. So it really goes to show that some of these domestic flights can in fact be more popular than international flights. It's called the fuel truck. I just realised we've got no jetway here, so we'll have to make do with the stairs. Avi tablet charts, we'll leave that there, and then we'll just keep that open, just keep an eye on the packs coming on board. We need to go down here though, wait for that IRS to line. Got about 4 minutes left, and then we can enter the flight time in the meantime. So routes, Echo India Delta Whiskey. And I believe we do have ATC this evening. I hope I can log into them at the moment, so let me just check the network. Hopefully I'm not as nervous as last time. Okay, so I can hear people in the background, so maybe we park next to someone. Doors are opening. This is all stuff I've carried over from the Zibo mod, so these ground crew things, I actually transferred them from the Zibo files into the LevelUp, because the LevelUp one doesn't come with ground crew. Now they are off, and they're not exactly aligned, but I think it definitely doesn't matter because it's going to add a little bit of immersion. It is a shame they don't align with it anymore, but they used to. We have got a plane next to us. Thank God he wasn't in our space, that's all I'll say. There's a few next to us in other planes there. Right, back down here, so EIDW to Echo Golf Papa Hotel. This is going to be Edinburgh International Airport. 72 there for the flight number. We are Ryanair today, so the course time will be Ryanair. Route, departures, runways. Runway we're using today, everybody. Runway 28 right. I think we landed on 28 left last time, didn't we? So I think it's dual runway opposite this airport. You've got 28 left for departures, arrivals, excuse me, and 28 right for departures. Okay, have we got an up-to-date departure? We have. We got the Free Juliet in the files. Let's go ahead and do that. Go back to route. Go ahead and put our arrival in. Again, we can't be 200% sure what it'll be. It may be an ILS, it may be a visual approach, who knows. And you do have to pay various amount of money in real life for approaches. If you're an airline, of course, the pilots aren't going to pay it, but the airline will pay it. You have to actually use the ILS, you will have to pay money, and it is quite expensive to do an instrument approach. Just some little info there for you in case you want to do it in a 172. Just be aware it's actually quite expensive. So anyway, this is the arrival. We can probably put 2 for preliminary for a visual, but as you can see, we won't select an ILS or anything until we get closer and we get clearance. I think there's ATC there as well, so we probably are going to be covered from start to finish, and then we can just enter the waypoints. And there isn't really any waypoints other than one airway in between, so we can fill the gap. Execute. Again, that's blank because we've not got any ILS. It's just going to be a visual, but we can connect it and see what happens. So 2-3, it's not long flight. Cruise, hopefully not 32,000 again. It's 25,000. That's a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more realistic for this kind of thing. Let's check what's going on. The pack's getting on. So cargo loading. Get the seatbelt signs to automatic. That should give people time to get on board now. We can get clearance from ATC, so let's go ahead and tune into those. EIDW Centre, we've got ATIS information, of course. We need to check this first, and this will give us the ATIS information for the current time. So 124530. After we've got the ATIS information, we'll go over to ATC and get our clearance.
28 right. Parallel runway operations in use.
Yeah, parallel operations.
To the Cape Taxiway Sierra 5. Vision level 65. Wind 230 at 8. Wind variable between 180 and 270. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Few clouds at 1,100. 1,400 scattered. Ceiling 6,000 broken. Temperature 13. Dew point 11. QNH 1009 ahead to pass clause. Trend, no significant changes. Notices to air missions taxiway Alpha closed. Advise if unable takeoff runway 28 right. Advise on initial contact. You have listened to information. Bravo.
Information Bravo. Bravo.
Dublin International Airport 8 is information Bravo recorded at 1930. Approach type ILS. Landing runway 28 left. Takeoff runway.
Okay, so dual runway ups. We have dual runway ups here. We have runway 28 right, 28 left. ILS approach if we need to come back, that's useful. So what we're going to do for clearance, I assume, is contact Dublin Centre, 129180. First of all, everybody, I want to get here and just perform some of this. So we put off planned fuel, and as you can see, we just need to enter some more things here. So reserves, basically, if we just look at the trip fuel and look at the total block fuel, so we've got about 3,200 of reserve fuel. You could put 3 point reserves, 3,200, so 3,200. I'm assuming this is correct. Or am I enter this wrong? How would you enter that in there? My brain has gone blank. Let's do the cost index first, 48. And we'll do the winds as well. So cruise winds, again, go across to page 6. Top climb 250, so we've got 272 at 037. I'm going to put there cruise wind, and the double climb temperatures. Minus 35, not too bad. I wouldn't want to be outside in that weather, of course. You'd get killed pretty much instantly. Anyway, that's done. Let's try and get my brain to get kicked into gear on the fuel. We'll just put 3.2 there on the reserves. I was a bit confused because there was 3 blank spaces there. I was wondering how we're going to put that in. I suppose we could put 0, 3.2, couldn't we? But again, that might not make sense. Right, that's fine there. The pack's loading up, so no, they're not coming on board yet. They should be coming on board. I've done the chime on the bell. Although, to be fair, in this, unlike the Zibo mod, you can't hear, even though the door is open there, we can't actually hear the ding. Unless you put it onto on, which I always find very, very interesting. Right, here's the buses. I'm going to listen to the ATIS once more, and we'll get clearance finally. I believe I was still tuned into it, wasn't it? 1, 2, 4. To be fair, we're on 129.180. I can't hear anything on that radio. There's nobody coming through at all. Must be quiet in the air.
At 1,100, 1,400 scattered, ceiling 6,000 broken, temperature 13, dew point 11, QNH 1009 ahead to pass clause. Trend, no significant changes. Notices to air missions taxiway alpha closed. Advise if unable takeoff runway 28 right. Advise on initial contact. You have listened to information. Bravo. Dublin International Airport 8 is information Bravo recorded at 1930. Approach type ILS, landing runway 28 left, takeoff runway 28 right, parallel runway operations in use, landing traffic, and to vacate taxiway Sierra 5, transition level 65, 30 at 8, wind variable between 180 and 270, visibility 10 kilometers or more, few clouds at 1,100, 1,400 scattered, ceiling 6,000 broken, temperature 13, dew point 11, QNH 1009 ahead to pass clause. Trend, no significant changes. Notices to International Airport 8 is information Charlie recorded at 2. Dublin International Airport 8 is information Charlie recorded at 2000. Approach type ILS, landing runway 28 left, takeoff runway 28. Parallel.
I don't know why I couldn't hear where we get clearance from. Right, we've not got stairs at the front. Sometimes this happens. I want the LevelUp team to provide the stairs here for us and some of the ground crew so we don't have to rely on. This should be coming out automatically when the packs get there. Anyways, I was hoping to hear whether we'd be getting clearance off of Dublin Centre. Room 125, if you remember last time my flight from the Gatwick airport actually brought us here and I decided to park in 125, so I figured we'll keep it realistic, we'll take off from here as well. Again, I'm listening to the radio, nothing is coming through. I'm just hoping to hear someone get clearance or something to give me assurance that it's actually on this frequency. I'll check the radar once more. Double control 124. So on the map it's saying double control 124530. It's completely different to what I've got in the actual game though. And it's also saying ground as well. So confusing, isn't it?
Dublin Hello identified. Continue descent flight level 170.
Continue to descend flight level 170, Postman 28.
Okay, there's people on that.
209, if you want you can route to Obinu, then Letmo.
Obinu, Letmo, Wilco. Postman 28.
Okay, brilliant. Let's go over to ground. There's quite a few frequencies available.
90 squawk 0567.
There's clearance frequency.
Departure frequency Dublin control 129.180.
So it's departure control. The other one.
3 Juliet departure off to it right. Stop climb flight level 90 squawk 0567. The departure frequency is 129.180. Max 44 Lima.
Brilliant.
Rex 44 Lima, read back correct.
Bringing up my flight plan again. We have Roto 3 Juliet with information Charlie. Let's go ahead and get some clearance. Parking brake on. Should really wait until we get the chocks and things removed, but I think they removed them. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. This is a pain, isn't it? That'll mess up all the stuff, the IRS and things, if it goes off by accident.
Shamrock 58 November, Dublin ground, hello, taxi Sierra, Whiskey 1, hold short runway 16, expect stand 313.
Expect 313, taxi Sierra, Whiskey 1.
Co-pilot screens have gone off now because we moved by accident. Let's go ahead and get the APU on. Good old APU will sort us out. There they are, they've come back alive again.
Dublin ground, good evening, November 378 Bravo, ready for taxi.
November 378 Tango Bravo, Dublin ground, hello, set squawk 0564.
Squawk 0564, November 378 Tango Bravo.
Dublin ground, good evening, Ryanair 172 with information Charlie on board, request departure clearance to Edinburgh.
Ryanair 172, Dublin ground, hello, standby, break, November 378, Tango Bravo, taxi, link 7, kilo, hold short, November.
Taxi link 7 kilo, hold for November 378 Tango Bravo.
November 378 Tango Bravo, on kilo, contact tower 18.6, boy.
On kilo, which is tower 118.6, November 378 Tango Bravo.
Ryanair 172, cleared Edinburgh, road 3 Juliet, departure off runway 28 right. Stop climb flight level 900, squawk 1477. Departure frequency control 129.180.
Grand Shamrock 63 November, Sam 404 right. Let's push the start, we've got clearance off centre.
First Ryanair 172 with the VBAC.
Cleared to Edinburgh via the Rotor 3 Juliet departure via runway 28 right, climb but stop flight level 090. Squawk 7477, departure frequency 129180 for Ryanair 1272.
Ryanair 172, just confirm squawk 1477.
Affirmative, squawk 1477, Ryanair 172.
Ryanair 172, reback correct. Break, Shamrock 58 November, cross runway 16, taxi Hotel 1, apron, stand 313, bye-bye.
1477,
Cross runway 16, Hotel 1,
Rotor 3 Juliet departure, climb and stop at 9,000 feet. Let's go ahead and put that in.
November, push and start approved, base west, the QNH 1009 hectopascals.
Departure frequency will be 129180, that was what we were on before. We're tuning on standby on the backup second one over here, so 180, and well, I have it written down. I also have tower on 118.6, so we'll probably have to contact them as well. Packs 70% still, so we'll just give them some time to get on board. I think we can click a few numbers here for the meantime and just wait a little bit. This insufficient fuel thing is incorrect. Well, then again, it is SimBrief, isn't it? In the past, it's historically actually given us the wrong amount many times. So 090 is the initial departure. We may as well check the departure charts while everyone else gets on board. Back to the airport. I have it open here, as you can see. We have QNH 1009. I'm going to check on the X-plane map as well. 009er. Rotor 3 Juliet departures, runway 28 right. Category A and B, so that'll be not us, so we probably need category C and D. I think I might have looked at the wrong chart last time, but it doesn't matter. Rotor 3 Juliet, so it'll probably be in this direction, won't it? Quite a few departures on there. There's the Rotor 3 Juliet departure, so we're going to be turning onto a course of 004, 210 max, and then 1017. We'll break off to 026. So for this one, we're going to put 026 as our course.
Dublin good day, runner 78 Tango at stand 121, and we have information Charlie, Aircraft 737 Max, requesting that IFR clearance to Liverpool's fare, please. Ryanair 78 Tango, Dublin ground, good evening, cleared, Liverpool, Boeing 3 Juliet, departure off runway 28 right, stop climb flight level 900, squawk 0550. Departure frequency 29.180.
Looks like
all we got for that was 3 Juliet and on 28 right. Initial claim is 0909, squawk 0550 and departure from G129.180. Could we get the departure again for Ryanair 78 Tango?
Ryanair 78 Tango, no problem. The departure, the Boeing 3 Juliet, Bravo Oscar Foxtrot uniform. Correction, Bravo Oscar Foxtrot uniform Mike 3 Juliet.
275 on the heading.
Boeing 3 Juliet, departure Ryanair 78 Tango.
Just look at the taxi route here, so we'll probably push back onto the apron here, taxiway, then we'll go link. You might send it inner link probably. This is just a guess. So the inner link or maybe the outer link, it'll be along this taxiway towards taxiway November.
Lima, we stand 122 737. Request push and start, please.
He may send us to November 2 or November 1.
Max 44 Lima, push and start approved, face west, QNH 1009.
I've got a few free planes next to me as well, so this is going to be interesting.
Face west 1009 hectopascals, 344 Lima.
Okay, that door should really be shut, everybody. Keep them out, and we'll request taxi clearance once everyone's on board. I'm just waiting for the packs now. Usually is the longest thing. We'll get the anti-cold lights on. We'll leave those off. Let's get the AP
Alright, we've got
lead.
everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Ah, there we go. Just in time. Just in time. I was getting ever so impatient with the passengers today. They're on board. We probably do need to close the doors though, because this is something that does constantly have issues. So the air stairs will just stay extended even though the doors are closed. Yeah, this guy next to us just pushing back in the 737 Ryanair over there. Okay, brilliant. Let's prep for the engine start, so we'll get the controls here on. The bleed air's on for the APU. The APU needs to be coming on now, and we need to get rid of the ground power. We can go ahead and get some clearance. It's information Charlie now. It's probably not changed in the last 5 minutes. And as I say, my prediction will be either clicking on the wrong thing, either on the inner or the outer along this taxiway. So this taxiway, I can't really see the name of it, unless it's just called Link Taxiway 4. What's that explain? Giving us up on the map. Might be giving us something else possibly. So it's the same Foxtrot, Quebec. There it is. So it's F. So there's Foxtrot. Taxiway Foxtrot to November. This will probably be. Oh, I've got my pen and paper ready to note it down. Let's get performance done. Initializations. Ignore the altitude constraints. N1 limits will go maximum today. As usual, 5 degrees of flaps. 5.5 on the trim. It's going to be interesting to see whether the autopilot actually works again, because I had some issues with the autopilot on this. Not working
Shamrock 63
on
November.
one of the flights. Auto throttle.
Shamrock 63 November, taxi link to right Foxtrot, hold short link 4.
147.
Link 2 Foxtrot, hold short link 4, Shamrock 63.
Okay, so they're calling it link, so which is brilliant, which is easier to understand for me. Excellent. I keep pressing the wrong. There's a button on my yoke. I need to change it. For some reason, taking the brakes off when I push it. We're at stand 125, aren't we? Dublin ground, Ryanair 172, information Charlie, stand 125, request push and start.
Ryanair 172, push and start approved, face west, QNH 1009 hectopascals.
Push and start approved, face west, QNH 1009 hectopascals, Ryanair 172. Okay, brilliant, 1009 are confirmed. Push and start, face west. We all know that it's probably going to be, well, we know where it is, it's over to our left, isn't it? So let's go ahead and request this.
November, continue taxi, Foxtrot outer, November, hold short Neptune.
Who is driving at?
Continue taxi, Foxtrot outer, November, hold short Neptune, Shamrock 63 November.
Everything else down his side with squawk. Stand by till the engines are on.
Request push start.
Ryanair 78 Tango after the company.
Ryanair's coming on.
737 Max
Okay,
passes from
all
your
doors
right
and
to
hatches
left.
are closed.
Behind pushes
Ready
back
to
to face west. QNH 1009 hectopascals.
Parking brake is set.
After the company behind us passes from right to left. push
Left
start.
end, right engine's coming alive.
Max 4 for Lima, ready to taxi.
Max 4 Lima, give way to the Aer Lingus A320 passing from your left to right on Foxtrot sir. Then taxi Foxtrot sir, November, hold short Neptune.
Give way to the A320 passing left to right and Foxtrot outer, November, hold short Neptune, Max 4 Lima.
Ah, thank you, Black Knight. Thank you for the current conditions there. Very useful. Looks very calm, to be fair. Both departure and arrivals, barely 10 knots. Cover conditions in both, so VFR conditions. QNH is similar as well. We're getting a pushback here.
Hey Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Will do, roger that. So we're going to push back here onto minimal power taxiway.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pens inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
We're going to start the right and left engine now,
Here
so
comes the pushback.
number 1 engine coming alive. Spooling up, and 2 spooling up, so this will be the turbines. The fan is also spinning. Let's go ahead and introduce some fuel. We'll check the flight control. So the engine's coming alive there. There's no issues. There's no red lights or anything like that. Brilliant. Engine 1's alive. We've got them both on to continuous ignition. We're going to keep the wing lights off until we get to the runway. We'll switch over to the engine power. Packs. I like to put the packs on before I turn the isolation switch to auto. It's just a habit I've made. And APU bleed air can come off.
Mark 63 November, contact tower frequency 118.
APU off.
6, bye-bye. 18.6, see you later. 6, ring 11. Sorry.
Looking very, very smooth this evening. Extremely smooth, the aircraft. Just so good. Let's again pray to God the autopilot will work. I will keep the auto throttle on at the moment. We probably will use Toga.
Good evening, Shamrock to Mike Whiskey, stand 402 left with Charlie 8220 requesting airport, Manchester. Shamrock to Mike Whiskey.
Just about done here, go ahead and set your parking brake.
Blue Max 4 Lima, contact tower frequency 118.6, bye bye. 118.6.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Shamrock to Mike Whiskey, cleared Manchester, bow from 3 Juliet, departure Alpha on the way 28 right. Stop climb, flight 900, squawk 6207. Departure frequency Dublin control 129.180.
Flaps are down, symmetrical deployment.
For the Manchester, bow from 3 Juliet to right.
Back up again.
Stop climb 090, squawk 6207.
We'll do a flight control set, ailerons, elevators, and we'll check it on the system. So we got elevators, ailerons there moving up on the left and the right respectively, and the elevators. Rudder control is good. We'll do the spoilers. Again, they're deploying with absolutely no problems.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
You can see it out the PAX window here with the all controls are working. Thank you very much, Pushback Man. We are ready to go, so let's get our taxi lights on. And what else do we need up here? What are we missing? We're not. I don't think we're missing anything, are we? We're pretty much ready to go. Generator can stay on there, battery can stay on. Yaw damper's gone off, we'll kick that back into gear. IRS is aligned. Transponder to Charlie. mode Charlie there. And we'll get rid of that so it's not distracting us. 5 degrees of flaps for takeoff, everybody, don't let me forget it. Okay, so I was going to give clearance then. I want to just make sure we're all sure, so I'm sure, so don't forget. It's definitely going to be Foxtrot to November. Again, it might be November 2, but it looks like everyone's been sent to November 1. And then we'll most likely be passed over to Tower. So Foxtrot probably in a taxiway to November. Ryanair 172, information Charlie, ready for taxi.
Ryanair 172, confirm squawk 1477.
Roger, squawking 1477, Ryanair 172.
Ryanair 172, thanks, taxi left, apron taxiway 2, link 4, Foxtrot Outer, November, hold short Neptune.
Taxi via link Alpha 2, link 4, Foxtrot Alpha, November, Neptune, Ryanair 172.
Ryanair 78 Tango, request taxi.
Ryanair 78 Tango, taxi link 5, Fox Outer, November, hold short Neptune.
I've just realised I said apron rather link rather than apron. Alpha rather than apron. I should have said link apron to.
78 Tango, no problem.
To link 4.
Foxtrot Outer, November, hold short Neptune.
Either it's just over here on our left hand side. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Link 5, Foxtrot Alpha, November, hold short Neptune, Ryanair 78 Tango.
I think he's sending this to the left. Link 2. Link apron 2. Apron 2 is here. This will give us the right taxi back to the runway anyway. I think we're sort of bypassing that traffic.
Plane. Staff station call sign, please.
Quite far forward on this one, aren't I? Anyway, brakes check, so brakes are working. A little bit slower on this.
2889, or was that you?
There was just there, yeah, 289 or 2.
Postman 2889, or Dublin Ground, Howian, taxi whiskey 2, West Apron, standard choice, bye-bye.
Stay West Cape and standard choice transfer around 288.
There's link 4. Foxtrot Alpha November. There's a plane in front, we're just going to keep an eye out here. The brakes on these LevelUp is definitely not as effective as the Zibo mod. Also the handling is a lot more realistic. Let's just slow down here for him. I think he's trying to figure it out as well where it is. I'm pretty sure it's this one on this side we need to follow. You can see down there it's taking us towards the runway. Yeah, thanks again, Black Knight. We've got a, by the way, chat, if you don't know, Black Knight is fairly new to the streams, I think. Maybe you're not new, but he's definitely been providing useful information for me. So if I'm unsure about anything, I can look over and see the conditions there. He will probably give us the wind on departure, and it may be slightly different. Explain there will always be differences, but the explain weather and the real world weather. I'm pretty sure we're going down the right way. We'll just follow that aircraft in front who's taxiing pretty damn quick. Pretty quickly. And again, light conditions, no rain, no strong winds, so it's going to be a smooth sailing departure.
Ryanair 78 Tango, contact tower frequency 118.6, bye-bye.
We need to tune that in on the backup 118.
118
18.6 for this, 78 Tango, bye-bye, thanks for your service.
18.6 for us as well, I think. We're all going to Neptune. We've all got busy departure. We've got wake turbulence would be a factor because it's a busy day. And wake turbulence can affect.
172, contact tower, frequency 118.6, bye-bye.
Over to tower 118.6, Ryanair 172, thank you. We're not actually in too much of a rush, everybody, and it's only an hour's flight, so why not take our time and relax? I love that about the sim, is obviously real life you would have deadlines and you would have to try and work to a deadline and keep it pretty tight on the schedule. And if you go overtime, obviously the airline might have to pay out for it, which is why it's more important, but on a sim you really can just relax. There's no obligation to stick to an actual time and follow it. We had a 1/2-8 departure, so even though we had no obligation to stick to that, we've still made it in time. I think people who rush, and there are a lot of people who rush on YouTube, my advice to them is just relax and go as slow as you need to. Right, here's Neptune. We need Foxtrot Alpha November and then Neptune, so pretty quick actually to get to this point. Neptune 1 or Neptune 2. He's gone there. We can probably... Thing is, November carries on all the way down, so I'm thinking he could go all the way to the end possibly. Or maybe I can. Let me just check what this is down here. A little bit of a cheat. Little bit cheating. November 1 down there. Anyway, let's get prepped up. So parking brake on. TRE. Max 5 degrees. Wing lights on.
Clear for takeoff from a 2 Tango.
We'll just wait for the flaps to deploy, everybody, and see if it'll go down. So there we go. Quick flight control check again. Really give it a move about. My workspace is clear as far as it can be. Parking brake released. We've always stick the landing lights on until we're clear for takeoff. Interesting taxiways though at Dublin. I've just listed it as my favourite, one of my favourite airports, because I do actually like this. It's the first time here, well, second time, and I think overall it's just as fun as places like Manchester or London. The layout is, at least. Oh, welcome in, Flight Quest 40. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing very well. Yeah. We're all a little bit periputally after the day and night on the sim. Peter Heat, thank you, Black Knight. Peter Heat coming on. Right, I think we are ready to go. Let's give him a call before he grills us. Although then again, we do need to tune the departure frequency of 129er. 129er 180. Good to see you both here again. I hope you're doing very well, and join me on a flight one day. Join me for a flight, and I will be more than happy to fly with you. Ryanair 172, holding point Neptune, runway 28 right, ready for departure.
Everyone 172, you've gone past Neptune, you're at November 2, but no worries, from November 2, line up runway 28 right and away.
Roger, line up runway 28 right, Ryanair 172. He said we'd gone past Neptune, so I think I was supposed to hold back here, everybody, and then give him a call. My mistake. I was under the impression because that other plane went on the runway, I could probably just sort of tag along behind him, so we got in trouble for that. We got in super trouble for that. Only lights coming on, turn out lights. Takes the lights off, continuous ignition. Strobes on. 10 button. If anybody doesn't know, by the way, Flight Quest, I have been watching his videos lately. He does very good instrument flights. In fact, specifically focuses on instrument flights, and I stop over there.
Rudder 172, surface in 230 degrees, 9 knots, gust max 19 knots, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, good day.
28 right, gusting winds, clear for takeoff from Ryanair 172, good day. Hey, 40%. I'll finish my thought in a minute when I'm in the air. We'll go over departure frequency when we're in the air, just be on the safe side. So there's 40. Toga.
Forerunner 78 Tango, are we going to be headed to the
80 knots, cross check.
Departure frequency 1002, contact Dublin now, 129.180.
129.180, 78 Tango, thanks, good night.
V1 rotate.
V1 rotate.
Positive rain.
Yeah, coming up.
.400.
400 feet. We'll maintain this pitch for now until we get to 1,000. We didn't set minimums. It's not too crucial on the sim. It's up to you whether you do it. Usually 1,000 feet above ground level is a good point to raise the flaps, so we'll raise them up to 1. Flaps 1, please. We'll manually fly the departure here. Pitching down to 10 degrees there. And there's the defrust, or the derate by the engines. Over departures frequency 129.180. Ignition to automatic. 9,000 feet initial altitude, flaps up. Dublin Centre, good evening. Ryanair 172 with you, climbing through flight level 035.
172, identify climb to flight level 230.
230 for Ryanair 172. Okay, straight up to 23,000 feet.
Ryanair 78 Tango, Unicom, bye-bye.
We'll let the plane fly. It's going actually pretty slow for departure speed. Maybe it is the limiting factor in the FMC. So it says 210 max. Let's go ahead and set standard pressure. We can lock the gear into the off position now. We're not at 10,000, but we're getting there. And we'll turn out lights off. He's probably going to send us over to Honeycomb, isn't he? 1228. Okay, speed up now to 250. We're slightly off track, but still pretty good. Let's see if the autopilot will work. Flight level 230 is entered, so it should continue to climb now. And the landing lights, stick them off a little bit earlier. Alright, as I was saying everybody, yeah, so Flight Quest, thank you for being here. The guy does some really good instrumentation videos in, general aviation planes. If you guys want to learn about that, I definitely say go over to his channel. I actually watched many of his videos on the Beech Baron, and they're very, very useful. He just did some in the Beech Baron Aspen Airport. Now you all know what I did when I got there. I flew in the Gulfstream, didn't I? And I flew in a few times there, but it is generally pretty challenging. The guy handled it very well. So if you're interested in learning a bit more about instrument flying, Go over there and check it out. As for us though, we're going to continue climbing. He will pass us off eventually. We no longer need the ground map or the charts here, so we probably just get them for Edinburgh at the moment. QNH 1008. You will set minimums on arrival, so it's 200 feet. Nice and early. And pressurization, so we didn't set that when we set off, which is a naughty thing. We could all be dead by now. We'll put 23,000 feet. I think our cruise, well, that would be the cabin altitude, so just in time. There we go, just got that in time then before we passed out. And at this point, most pilots don't really fly these things. They just stick them on autopilot at the first chance they get. But when we get to Edinburgh, I'll fly the approach. Try and fly it manually. So there's top of climb, top of descent. That just shows you how short of a flight it is.
Ryanair 172 Unicom, bye.
Over to Unicom, thank you, Ryanair 172. Yeah, not a bad departure. We were fairly centre line, I guess. Taking off, going up to the north. That's a fairly smooth hand flown turn there, that's not bad. Past the DME. And of course exiting island airspace now, so exiting Dublin airspace soon. We'll have to fly most likely over Glasgow. And then past Glasgow is Edinburgh on the other side. See if that signs off. Anti-ice on. It's still 5 degrees outside at 16,000 feet. That's not too bad. It actually did lose power then when we switched it on. They've improved the aircraft considerably. The team has. This is version 2.0. Version 2 of LevelUp. I do highly recommend it. It's a freeware plane and it is both visually and system wise probably on par with some of the payware planes on the market. It's certainly the best 737 available. It feels like a brand new thing compared to the Zibo mod, it really does. Anyway, I'm going to get a drink, everybody. You can do the same and I will see you in a minute. Captain has returned. Absolutely no problem, Flight Quests. As I say, you got very useful videos. You have done quite a lot actually, of pretty impressive stuff on it, which is always good to see. In Alaska for the next few vids, demystifying the NDB. Yeah, I don't think most people, no offense to the new generation of like flight simmers, but I guess the new people now who come into flight simmers probably don't even know what an NDB is most of the time, because it's, as you say, not used nowadays. Well, it's very rarely used. I like to do it as I have a few airports I go to. Blackpool is one of them. And that's a very, very cool one to fly. There's also one at Humberside. These are airports in the United Kingdom you can find NDBs at. And Black Knight, you want to switch the cabin bleeder valve on the closed position. No, so the isolation valve, let me just show you up here. So the isolation valve here would usually be on automatic. You wouldn't close that. I'm going to plan for an ILS here for runway 24. I think that's pretty appropriate. We do need to check our flight plan. Giving us 23,000, but our cruise is 25,000, so we probably can go up a little bit more. Let's continue climbing. Runway 24. I'm just going to plan for the ILS. As I say, there's no guarantee unless there's ATC. There is actually ATC available. And some severe weather. So it's not VFR conditions like it said on the METAR or the METAR data. I think windy's probably more accurate. Cold fronts, cold clouds and things. You can even see it outside the window. So we're going to have to pass through these at some point and descend down into most likely rain. So let's go 1,000 feet. Got Edinburgh radar 121205. We've also got tower and ATIS. Let's go ahead and get that ATIS information available. And approach, so we just got approach 205. Towers 118. This is why it's good to have a notepad. I'm not sure what you mean, Black Knight. As I say, the isolation valve, if switched here, usually stays on automatic. You wouldn't really close anything else, though. If you turn the bleed air valves, the cabin air valves off, and these packed things off, it'll just make us all suffocate to death. Okay, so here's the LevelUp autopilot issue. Potentially going to continue happening, who knows. Scottish Centre. Brilliant. I think Scottish Centre's just slightly east of us, covering the North Sea. Anyway, Towers 118 750, and the ATIS information is 131 decimal 355.
Speed 160 knots until 4 daily.
160 till 4, Bayport 15 Hotel India.
Very much. You can contact Tower now 118.705. See you later. 05 knots. Count OK. Temperature 2 +6. QNH 1008. Acknowledge receipt of information echo and advise aircraft type on first contact. Edinburgh Airport information echo. Type 2020.
Information echo.
Runway in use 24. Transition level for 5. Expect radar vectoring to an ILS approach. Surface wind 2505 knots. Cab OK. Temperature +8. Dew point +6. Q008. Acknowledge receipt of information echo and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, so we are 738, information echo 1008 on the QNH.
Airport information echo, time 2020 Zulu, runway in use 24, transition level, flight level.
We start to prepare for our arrival.
Corsair 1, approaching target.
Corsair 1, Edinburgh radar, hello, expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24.
Okay, we're getting vectored for the ILS. So here's the ILS chart, direct arrival from the VORDME. If that's that way, maximum 210.
Easy at Golf Victor, turn left heading 330 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Quite a lot of traffic in the area.
330, speed 180, easy at Golf Victor.
240 on the heading, so it's quite good heading today, 240. We need to set our course to that as well. Allow the ILS to align. We're going to go for, we're near the top of descent already, so we're going to go for, I'll just stick the auto brake on now just to get it out of the way. I don't want to forget about it. Ground taxis.
135 track miles and such ground, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
108.9 there for the ILS.
08, we're going to descend to 4,000 track miles. Of course it won't.
Easy at Golf Victor, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 24. Left 270.
Nice and busy at Edinburgh tonight, brilliant. We're just about to enter the radar. We're not quite there yet, but when we get to these sort of green lines we need to contact them. I am currently tuned into the area control at the moment for Edinburgh radar or Edinburgh approach. And then the other frequency available will be the tower 118705. Right, when we descend we'll have to go, I'm going to just descend down to 7,000 feet. Charts here for the ILS is giving us a sort of standard really, 3,000 feet. You'd expect 2.5 to 3,000 at most airports. So 3,000 feet, you can see it on the chart here as well. Maximum 210. Glide path again, just pretty standard, nothing stands out as being abnormal here. And if we need to go around, it looks like we're doing straight out and then probably vectored left or right by area control for a reapproach. 2505 knots, not too bad. When we departed, interestingly enough, he said it was gusting up to 19 knots, which is quite considerable. Again, it could indicate wind shear.
Speed 160 knots until 4 DMA. 160 until 4 easy at Golf Victor.
It's like 7,000 in the altitude.
JetBlue 159 approaching turn. JetBlue 159, Edinburgh radar, hello, expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24, becoming number 3. Fly heading 015. Please repeat, I do not go out for it. No worries, expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24, fly heading 015. Vectors heading 01025. 015, JetBlue 159. Easy at Golf Victor, contact tower 118.705, bye-bye. 118.705, easy at Golf Victor, thanks for control, bye-bye.
I'll use the weather radar now, it's picking up a little bit of clouds, we want to make sure it's clear. So here again, this is much better than Zibo with this weather radar. So it's automatically testing it when you switch it on. We should probably have done this on the ground, but we didn't need it then, to be fair, although most commercial airliners, or pretty much all of them, will have it on before departure. We'll let it do its test, it won't interfere with the autopilot. This is a completely separate system. Maybe I have to press it again. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the test takes a lot longer than I realised. There we are, let's go ahead and contact them. Just had some flashing outside.
JetBlue 159, you have 35 track miles to touchdown, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 108. QNH 1008, descending to 4,000.
121205.
JetBlue 159.
Ryanair 172 with you 250. Information echo on board. Aircraft type Boeing 738.
Ryanair 172 should still be with Scottish for the moment. 134.775.
Roger. Okay, we are on the wrong frequency.
1 turn left, heading 330 degrees.
134775.
330, course at 1.
We're not actually in their airspace.
3,000 feet, speed 180.
So the Scottish control would usually be over the other side of Edinburgh, not on this side. It doesn't actually cover this airspace. Very confusing sometimes because it's oh well, we'll give him a radio call, there's no point moaning about it. Ryanair 172 with you, flight level 250, information echo, aircraft type Boeing 738.
Shuttle 172 with the captain, descend flight level 80, give me a good rate descent.
80 Ryanair 172. Is anybody else struggling to hear him? I cannot hear a thing he's saying.
Ryanair 172 direct captain.
Roger, sorry, we're having some issues here with the sound of the radio. It's directed to Tartan 172.
Scottish Control, good evening. Line E130, flight level 180 to ship. Flight 130.
Strange, that is still on test. I wonder if I switched something off by accident.
Scottish Control, good evening. Braveheart 150 Tango goes on 1 Charlie departure, just reaching 6,000 feet. Braveheart 150 Tango, Roger, climb down flight level 330. Climb down flight level 330, Braveheart 150 Tango. And Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, sorry, can you give us clear stand? Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, descend now, flight level 280.
Let's get descending then to... Well, we don't need to descend yet. We should descend though. To 070. That radar thing's throwing me off a little bit. I need to turn it off, guys.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot, Victor, stop your descent. You get traffic at your 2 o'clock, less than a mile.
Zero 08 on the QNH. Well, he's going off anyway, so that was strange. Bizarre situation. 1228. I was pretty sure we should have not contacted him and just gone straight to the approach. Being thrown off though by focus on too many things at once. Proper pilot error. Single pilot error. I'm actually losing my skill, I think, over time rather than getting better. Especially on the airliners. I don't put as much effort in nowadays as I used to. It still make up an effort, but some aspects it just completely throws me off.
We've got 39 track miles to land.
I'll just keep the radar on and then we'll just contact them more closer. We should be descending by this point. I should have done an altitude intervention, shouldn't I? So let's try that.
Course out 1, speed 160 knots till 4 DME. 160 till 4 DME.
Right, less, runway 24.
Course 1, thank you. Contact tower 118.705, bye-bye.
118.705 for tower, Corsair 1, have a great night.
You too, bye-bye. Great, JetBlue 159, turn left, heading 270 degrees. Descent to altitude 3,000 feet, and on that heading, you are cleared for the ILS approach, runway 24.
I'm sorry, could you please repeat that? I did not hear that correctly.
Yeah, no worries. Descent to altitude 3,000 feet, and turn left, heading 270 degrees. You're cleared for the ILS approach, runway 24.
Descending to altitude 3,000, heading left 270.
There's the switch in the test position. Where is the switch? Because there's only a weather radar button up here that I can see. There's no. The transponder's on to TARA. We won't worry about that too much. I think I should contact them now, so information echo. Just under 7,000 feet. Edinburgh approach, Ryanair 172, descending now, flight level 070, information echo, Boeing 738.
Ryanair 172, Edinburgh radar, hello. Expect vectors for the ILS approach, runway 24. If you enter the hold at Tartan, and descend flight level 80.
Expect ILS vectors 24, descend for the hold at Tartan at 080 for Ryanair 172. Looks like we're getting put in a hold, everybody, so I haven't done a hold before. Let's see how this goes.
Edinburgh radar, hello, easy 25 Charlie Sierra with you, Gossen 1 Charlie departure, passing altitude 3,500 feet from altitude 6,000.
Easy 25 Charlie Sierra, Edinburgh radar, hello, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, easy 25 Charlie Sierra.
Okay, we're in the hold, everybody. For Tartan, we'll see how this, again, how it goes. I don't know how long I'll be there. Edinburgh is actually really packed this evening. We have aircraft at Glasgow, we have tons and tons of aircraft here ready to depart. So we've got departures to be worried about. That's probably what's going to hold us here for a little bit. And there's, as you say, other aircraft on final. He probably just got us to circle round once or twice. I'm assuming we're in the hold now, and then we'll just continue on this. There we go. Some of this, I've never used this before, I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever been put on a hold in a sim, but some of this can be adjusted, so you can adjust your leg times and hold available. Best speed, 213. We need to go down to about 8,000 feet, as he said. Transition level at this airport is probably the same, 6,000.
JetBlue 159, thank you. At 10 miles, reduced to 160 degree, 160 knots till 4 near me.
At 10 miles, reduced to 160 knots.
JetBlue 159. JetBlue 159, you can head over to tower now, 118.705. Have a good evening.
118.75, thank you. JetBlue 159.
It's interesting, isn't it? I never float on this. This is my Monday. Brilliant.
Easy 787 Papa, Edinburgh radar, hello, climb now, flight level 140.
Climb now, flight level 140, easy 787 Papa.
Easy 25 Charlie Sierra, unfortunately no further ATC, further with the dark side, 122.8.
Further with the dark side, yes.
122.8, easy 25 Charlie Sierra, good night.
True, very true. I don't think we should go for auto brake on 2 actually for this airport. I'm going to arm the spoilers now, because by the time we get to 8,000 feet we will probably be slow enough. We're already at 240. Going for 230. We're going on the outer hold, and what will happen is we'll probably come in the inside line on the second turn. So usually the circles won't be exactly over one another. Brilliant. We can see traffic, so diamonds here. These are little planes as well. Little cards. Yeah, I don't know what else I can call them.
And Ryanair 172, just an amendment to your descent. If you can stop descent flight level 100 in the hold.
Roger, stop at 100, Ryanair 172. 10,000 feet. It's maintaining good separation though. This is what I like about the ATC. So some people do a super job where they keep us perfectly separated. This is very good. And I have been on before, and controllers will line a lot of people up on final, but then a lot of people might have to go around because there's planes on the runway. So this is very good separation going on. I'd rather be in on hold than have to go around.
140, aiming for flight level 70 by Tartan.
Beeline 4 Bravo India, Edinburgh radar, hello. Expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24. Descend flight level 80.
Descend level 80, expecting ILS vectors expecting vectors for the ILS approach runway 24, Beeline 4 Bravo India.
Beeline 4 Bravo India, fly heading 015.
And 015, Beeline 4 Bravo India.
Got here maximum 210 for the procedures.
Easy 787 Papa, you are readability 5, and unfortunately there's no further ATC, so you're over to the dark side, 122 decimal.
Take off and landing lighting in the cabins. Losing a lot of people to the dark side tonight, aren't we? Jeez. Come back.
And Edinburgh approach good evening, 5 Alpha Bravo, descending to 8,000, we're passing 170 Scottish and descendants in time, so we're a bit high still.
Two stations, I'll start with Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, Edinburgh radar, hello. Expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24. For now, descend flight level 100.
Roger, expect vectors ILS 24, flight level 100 for Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor, squawk 0104. 0104, Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor. Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, you turn right heading 020 degrees.
I'll get the cabin lights as I say on landing mode. We're going to be circling a little bit. I'm thinking, should we drop flaps now or should we wait?
Bravo, turn right heading 020
Wait till 10,000 feet to get them down, I think.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor, thank you. Expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24. Descend flight level 90 and fly heading 015.
Descending 90, right heading 015, Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor.
Ryanair 172, stop descent flight level 110.
Stopping at 110, Ryanair 172. 11,000 feet now, he's keeping us separated as I say. Nobody in sight though, other than departures.
Shuttle Yankee Edinburgh radar, hello, climb now, flight level 140.
140, Shuttle Yankee.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor, speed 250 knots.
250, Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor.
Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, speed 250 knots.
250 knots, Alpha Bravo, 5 Alpha Bravo.
Beeline 4 Bravo India, speed 250 knots or greater.
Speed 250 knots or greater, Beeline 4 Bravo India.
Just about to see Edinburgh in the distance. Right down there. Just this little city in the distance. And of course there's the rain we predicted. We looked at the weather, it was indeed overcast and a lot of clouds.
Bravo India, 35 track miles to touchdown, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
008, we have that programmed in.
4,000 feet, Beeline 4 Bravo India.
Transition 6,000 feet. Annunciation recoil is positive. Well, illuminating. Auto brake set, spoilers armed. I'm going to drop some flaps to 1, I think. Drop a notch of flaps, and we'll do automatic. We'll do speed hold on this, and we'll maintain.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot
210.
Descend flight level 80, speed down 220 knots.
Flight level 80, 220 knots, 8 Foxtrot Victor.
Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, descend flight level 90, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, flight level 90, speed for correction of Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo.
Radar, good evening, Mike. Echo Golf Whiskey Delta, passing level 110, descending 7,000. Mike Echo Golf Whiskey Delta, Edinburgh radar, hello, stand by for a squawk. Squawk 7270. Squawk 7270, Mike Echo Golf Whiskey Delta. Line 8 Foxtrot Victor, 35 track miles to touchdown, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, 008.
5,000 feet, 1008, Line 5 Foxtrot.
Shuttle 9 Yankee, unfortunately nothing further, over to the dark side, 122.8, bye-bye.
Over the dark side, Shuttle 9 Yankee. Bye for the good day, bye-bye.
You too, Brent. Mike Echo Golf Whiskey Delta, thank you. Descend, flight level 80, expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24. Descend, flight level 80 and expect vectors ILS 24, Mike Echo Golf Whiskey Delta. Line 4 Bravo India, speed 220 knots or greater.
Speed now 220 knots or greater, Line 4 Bravo India.
Line 8 Foxtrot Victor, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
There's a lot of traffic in the area coming in for approach. I think we got 1, 2, 4 planes, including me.
Touchdown, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
4, 5 people waiting to land here. I wonder if we're going to get cleared soon to join the queue.
5 Alpha Bravo, V5 track miles to touchdown, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008. 5,000 feet, QNH 1008, 5 Alpha Bravo. Right now, 172, descend to flight level 90.
Descending now 090, Ryanair 172.
Mike Whiskey Delta, fly heading.
I see what he's doing, he's just getting us down to the right altitude in time. That makes sense. So by the time we come out the hold, we'll be ready to descend down there to ILS height. Because obviously we were at 25,000 when we should have been probably about 8,000 feet.
Turn left heading 330 degrees.
That's now 330 degrees, Line 4 Bravo India.
Right now 172, cancel the hold, fly heading 025.
Cancelling the hold, heading 025, Ryanair 172.
Line 4 Bravo India, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descent now 3,000 feet, Line 4 Bravo India.
Line 5 Alpha Bravo, descent to altitude 4,000 feet. 4,000, 5 Alpha Bravo.
025, so cancelling the hold. I'm going to just clear the hold off and put Santa Fix on. Because we're going to be vectored in now for final.
Connect 232. Edinburgh radar, good evening. Climb now, flight level 140.
Flight level 140, channel 232.
Line 4 Bravo India, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, Line 4 Bravo India.
Trim's going a bit crazy.
232, Edinburgh radar, good evening. Climb now, flight level 140.
We're not leveling off at 9,000 feet for some reason. We should have.
4 Bravo India, turn left heading 270 degrees, ILS approach runway 24.
Left 270 degrees and cleared ILS approach runway 24, Line 4 Bravo India.
Mike Whiskey Delta, 30 track miles to touchdown, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008. 5,000, QNH 1008, Mike Whiskey Delta. Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor, turn left heading 320 degrees.
I'm going to put flaps 5.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor. Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor, speed 180 knots, and descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
Let's go ahead and get our landing lights on. And our turnout
Ryanair
light.
172, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, Ryanair 172. 220 knots. I'll still keep the 5 degrees of flaps down. They're still within a sort of acceptable limit there for the speed. Five degrees, you can have it about 250 and below.
Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, turn left heading 330 degrees. 330 on the left heading 5 Alpha Bravo. Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, speed 180 knots.
we're here, so we got 1, 2.
180, that's also 5 Alpha Bravo.
This is going to be a very short approach. We're going to probably be turned onto the final pretty close to this point here, which is where this other aircraft is. If we look on the map, so here's where we've just done the hold. All these planes are getting vectored in on this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shuttle 8 Victor, Edinburgh radar, hello. I expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24, currently number 6 in traffic.
Check the vectors for runway 24 on number 6 in from the queue, shortly, Victor, thanks.
Beeline 8 Foxtrot Victor, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 24.
Anti-ice is good at the moment because we've got some clouds in the area. I'm going to leave them on. It's below 10 degrees as well.
3,000 feet, QNH 1008. 3,000.
Minimums are set 200 feet.
Right now 172, 30 track miles to touchdown, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
Descending 4,000 feet, QNH 1008, right now 172. Alright, I'm a little bit more locked in now. I've locked into the ATC.
India, speed 160 knots until 4 DME. 160 until 4, Beeline 4 Bravo India. Beeline 4 Bravo India, thank you very much.
1,800 feet a minute.
705, good evening.
Over down now. 18705, good evening, thank you, Beeline 4 Bravo India.
118.
Beeline 5, disregard.
118,705.
Descent to altitude 4,000 feet. 4,000 feet, like whiskey down.
It has done very well today. We've not had any autopilot issues like I thought. It was disconnected earlier because of the trim wheel.
015, descend flight level 80.
Heading 015 down to flight level 80, shortly, Victor.
Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared for the ILS approach runway 24.
270 degrees, cleared ILS 24, Beeline 5 Alpha Bravo.
Can't see them on the map. We've got one in front of us. Seems to be more on the map, but she's not being picked up on TCAS. Very odd.
So you can head over to tower now, 118.705. Good evening. 118.705, thanks. Stay Foxtrot Victor.
Round in circles.
Mike Whiskey Delta, speed 180 knots. Speed 180, Mike Whiskey Delta. Right now 172, speed 180 knots.
180 Ryanair 172. 180, I'm going to drop another another notch of flaps. We're at transition altitude, so let's go ahead and change over.
Chillex 323, unfortunately nothing further, it's over to the dark side now, 122 down to line, good evening.
Au revoir.
We'll pop over there with Billy Nova, expect the ATC, next 236. No worries, brakes speed 232, unfortunately same for you, over to the dark side, 122 down to line, good evening.
122 decimal 9 over the dark side. Thank you for the ATC. Good evening to you. Bye bye.
Mike Whiskey Delta, turn left, heading 315. That's 315, Mike Whiskey Delta. And right Whiskey Delta, descent to altitude 3,000 feet. That's 3,000 feet, Mike Whiskey Delta.
Ah, we can just about see that guy in final.
Climbing to 60.
Spirit 442, Edinburgh radar, hello, climb now, flight 140.
140, Spirit 442.
East flight 2 Papa Alpha, you with me?
No worries, Black Knight.
East flight 2 Papa Alpha, Edinburgh radar, hello, squawk 0433. 0433, East flight 2 Papa Alpha. East flight 2 Papa Alpha, thank you. Expect vectors for an ILS approach runway 24, currently number 7 in actually becoming number 6 in traffic.
Blimey, number 6.
Turn right heading 025.
Performance counts today.
Right now 172, turn left heading 330, correction 315.
315 Ryanair 172.
Mike Whiskey Delta, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 24. Left 270 degrees cleared.
Should be able to see another aircraft in front of us. It's about 700 feet below us.
Bravo, speed 160, in fact, reduce final approach speed.
Final approach, 5 Alpha Bravo.
VI 5 Alpha Bravo, contact tower and let them know that you're reducing. 118.705, bye-bye.
You're probably going to get passed off in a second.
Reducing 5 Alpha Bravo, good evening, Grant 86.
Shuttle Victor, cheers, brake Shuttle Victor, turn left heading 010 degrees, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1008.
Left 010, that's 4,000, QH 1008, Shuttle Victor.
Ryanair 172, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descended 3,000 feet, Ryanair 172. We probably need to descend a little bit quicker, so let's do 1,800 feet.
Flight 2 Papa Alpha, speed 220
Thousand to
or
go.
less. 220 or less, flight 2 Papa Alpha. These flight 2 Papa Alpha, you've got 35 trap miles to touchdown, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
75,000 QNH 1008, flight 2 Papa Alpha.
This is why we take extra fuel, so we can enter holes and we can expect delays sometimes. Realistic as well, very realistic to have this amount of traffic actually.
Ryanair 172, I'm just going to take you through the local, in fact disregard, turn left heading 270 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 24.
Thank you, clear for the ILS 270 degrees, is it runway 28? Ryanair 172.
Runway 24.
Runway 24, clear for the ILS, Ryanair 172. Just double check there because...
East flight 2 Papa Alpha, turn left heading 010.
Yeah, just double check the runway is the right one I've got in my thing.
Speedbird 442, nothing further, to the dark side, 122.8, good day.
Clear for the ILS, brilliant. He has done an excellent job, everybody, very, very good ATC services. I've clicked the localizer switch, we actually intercepted it horizontally, so we're going to slow down a bit now, we should get our reference speed.
Mike Whiskey Delta, speed 160 knots, still 4 DME.
Speed 160, still 4 DME.
40 degrees at 148.
Ryanair 172, speed 160 knots, still 4 DME.
160 until 4 DME, Ryanair 172.
Mike Whiskey Delta, contact tower 118.705, good day.
Our reference speed for landing is 148. We're on the final now for runway 24, or the centre fix, until 4 DME, so about 0.3 nautical miles until we get there, and then we can put our final speed in of 148.
Right now 172, contact tower 118.705, bye-bye.
118.705, thank you for the ATC, bye-bye.
Empty landing, P-line and A320, line up runway 24 behind.
There's the runway, let's reduce our speed, 148.
Line up runway 24, behind, top jet 23 Papa.
Cancel that, we won't put the gear down just yet.
15 Alpha via Alpha and Lima.
Ignition continuous, seatbelt signs on,
Alpha and Lima, I function Victor.
landing lights, annunciation recall, flaps are set. We'll put the gear down when we're a bit closer. Approach button. We do need to contact the ATC. Edinburgh Tower, Ryanair 172, established ILS runway 24.
Ryanair 172, Edinburgh Tower, surface speed 220 degrees 5 knots, runway 24, continue approach number 2.
Continue approach runway 24, number 2 in the queue, Ryanair 172. Awesome, we're actually not too far behind number 2. Thought we'd be further back in the queue, to be honest. We still got like 6 or 7 planes who are going to come to the airport. Right, now we can probably turn the anti-ice off.
Runway 24 for turn check 23 Papa. Right.
Zealand 5 Alpha Bravo, taxi stand 8 via Alpha and Echo. Standard via Alpha and Echo for below 5 Alpha Bravo.
There's the ILS, so let's get the gear down. 25 degrees of flaps. Whoa, this has been a great flight. I didn't expect Edinburgh to be so exciting. I've enjoyed it. It isn't over though, we got the moment of truth. I did say I was going to fly the approach today, but we've had a different approach and different things going on.
Scandinavian 278 taxi, Echo 1 and Echo 2.
Echo 1, Echo 2, Scandinavian 278.
Full flaps.
Global 932, stand 1, Alpha, push and start approved.
We've still got an aircraft in front I'm wary of. I cannot see him. He's actually quite high. Maybe he's... is that him? Yeah, I can't see that aircraft in front at all. Ah, there he is. He's just about to touch down.
Contact Edinburgh 121.205, Charger 23, Papa, good night now. Mike, Echo Golf Whiskey Delta, runway 24, clear to land. Good land, runway 24, Mike, Whiskey Delta. Global 932, Edinburgh.
Autopilot's coming off in a sec, and the auto throttle can remain on until we get a little bit lower down. Has HC gone off? It's gone quiet, very quiet all of a sudden. Then again, it is quietening up. I think this is a King Air over here. We got a few. I think Tom Jets are TUI, aren't they? So they're TUI Airlines. A lot of Ryanair's and a lot of EasyJets, of course.
Thousand feet stabilised. Missed approach altitude set.
Roger, missed approach altitude is set. Let's get the auto throttle off as well.
Very good evening to you. Shuttle Victor, we are 8 miles fully established before.
Very stable on final.
5 knots, runway 24, continue approach number 2.
Continuing approach shortly, Victor, thank you very much.
Scandinavian 278, give way to the A320 on Echo left to right, continue taxi holding point Delta 1, runway 24 via Echo and Alpha.
Give way to the A320 from left to right, continue taxi to Delta 1 via Echo and Alpha, runway 24, Scandinavian 278.
Ryanair 172, runway 24, clear to land.
Runway 24, clear to land, Ryanair 172.
Mike Echo Golf Whiskey Delta, taxi, left on Alpha, hold at Alpha 12.
Approaching minimums.
Alpha hold Alpha 12, Mike Whiskey Delta.
Minimum.
The puppy lights went red at the end, but it's alright.
30, 20, 10.
Touchdown, spoilers, reverses.
Knots.
Stow the reversers. Some manual braking here. Auto brakes off. Spoilers retract. Probably get the flaps up, and we'll have to take the end taxiway. We'll be speedy about it because there's quite a bit of traffic. They're going to come in after us. Probably could have took another taxiway, but sometimes it is nice to just use the whole runway and just make the most of it.
Mike Whiskey Delta, continue taxi stand 317 via Lima and Mike QNH 1009. Roger, taxi stand 317 via Lima and Mike Whiskey Delta.
I'm going to have to do an after-take landing check. Takes the lights, turn out lights off.
Eastern 2 Papa Alpha, Edinburgh Tower, runway 24, surface wind 240 degrees, 4 knots, QNH 1009.
Strobes off.
Number 2, continue approach, Eastern 2 Papa Alpha. Shuttle 8 Victor, runway 24.
Transponder to mode Charlie.
Good land, Charlie Victor, thanks. Runner 172, taxi stand 1 via Alpha and Echo.
Taxi stand 1 via Alpha and Echo for Ryanair 172. I hope I said that right. Runway is clear. Takes away to Alpha and Echo stand 1. APU coming online.
Neptune 144, Edinburgh Tower, clear to East Midlands, Tower 6, Charlie departure, information, Golf QNH 100.
Plane just coming in there, the other two just about to touch down if you can see it.
Please East Midlands via the Tower 6, Charlie departure, QNH 1009, squawk 7273, Neptune 144.
Neptune 144, read back correct.
Yeah, you would hope so. I hope so, Flight Quest. Yeah, should be able to. Should have been able to get out a little bit earlier there. But as I say, sometimes I do like to just roll all the way down. My guys just got off here as well, so it probably was better off getting another. Right, after take landing checklist is done. Let's look for our stand while we're on the ground. So Alpha and Echo. Just over here actually for stand 1, and then we can bring up the stand on the map. Parking and docking chart. We probably can just see it on the signs as well when we get there. There it is, just on the far left hand side. APU's online, we'll switch over to that. We'll get the APU bleeder and the isolation valve can be open now. Window heats can come off, pitot heats can come off. We're not taxiing very straight today either, to be fair. Yeah, that was good. Feedback welcomed. I know it was actually not a bad landing. I like that landing. Very smooth. Just a little bit low at the end there, apparently, according to the Pappy, but it actually looked fine. It didn't look too bad at all. And there's the last lot of Edinburgh's traffic for the evening. Just clear up the MCP there for the next crew. It probably won't be any more flights this evening. This will be the last flight for Ryanair 172. Our space is right there, might be on that MD-80. It looks like it actually will be. It's like kind of a pain in the ass, isn't it? Okay, stand free. Stand. Is it clear? Pray to God. No, we could just take this one, but obviously the other aircraft will need to park there. I need to get rid of these aircraft actually, so I can fly in line.
No problem, 134.775, it's going to do something like that. East flight 2 Papa Alpha, runway 24, surface wind 240 degrees, 4 knots, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 24, East jet 2 Papa Alpha.
Is it good parking or is it? Well, to be fair, we can't see it. We're inside an MT-80. I'll read their comments in a sec when I've got parked up. Let's cheat a little bit today and use the outside view. There you go. The MD-80 is completely crushed by our mighty 737. Let's get parked up. Transponder off. I'm going to squawk. 7,000 for the time being. Everything here is good. We could probably get the fuel pumps off. Engines can come off as well. I was estimating about 2 hours for that flight, but it's actually been a little bit quicker. A lot quicker than I expected. Flight control services. We're going to do a full shutdown. It'd probably be a lot easier. Right, moment of truth. As I say, the Zibo mod is usually harsh on the rating landing. The level up one gives you a better rating most of the time. I think it's probably more accurate, to be fair. We'll disconnect from the network. Approach rating, landing rates. 4 stars on landing and then a 3 stars on the approach. I actually didn't think the approach was that bad. It may be because we got put into the hold and it's considered all of that stuff to be part of it. That's not too bad though. I actually do quite like that. Packs on boarding. Otherwise I get the seatbelt sign of things off. The packs can come off. Jetway's connected. Well, we've got a Ryanair coming out of our rear end, but we're fine. I'm going to close everything off. Literally everything now will come off. Hope you blew there. I like to do the IRSs first so they don't make an annoying beep sound. Fuel pumps. APU, we don't even need ground power on. Watch the exit lights. Just give me a sec. Turn the lights off first. Panel lights. Radio stack as well. Battery off. I think that's everything shut down. We didn't turn the ignition back to automatic, but the engines are shut down now anyway, so it's safe to do that. Well, I'll leave the packs to take the time like usual. One thing that hasn't happened again is the chocks haven't been put on, so we'll do that. We'll keep it safe. Some cones out there and things. Well, thank you for being here, everybody. Time for the replay. Moment of truth. Again, I don't actually think that was that bad of a landing for an Edinburgh approach. That was a great landing, honestly, I loved it. Absolutely brilliant, so smooth. I thought we were going to land flat, but we hit the rear gear first, thankfully. So, time for the chat. Thank you, Flight Quest, thank you, Black Knight, for being in chat, and thank you to everyone else for watching. Regulars and newcomers are welcome anytime. Minus your main gear and some of the approach lights stuck in the very nice, landing all the same. Okay, thank you, Black Knight. It is default scenery, no add-ons, so unlike some people on YouTube, I don't use add-on scenery. This is 100% default. Nothing wrong with using it. I'm just saying it's legitimate. You know, there's no faking the default scenery. It really is recognizable for sometimes the wrong reasons. Thank you, FlightQuest, again. Fun flight. Thanks for sharing. Well, happy to do this, and I want to do more flights with Ryanair domestically for the UK, because that's where they fly a lot. So it has taken about 2 hours. If we weren't in the hold, it probably would have been about an hour and 15 minutes. Or an hour and 20 minutes at the most. Great stream as always, my friend. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day until the next one. Well, for me, it's night time now. And that's it. yeah, I go to bed now. So take care, and I will see you on Monday for a Citation Jet 525 flight. We're going to go through some of the updates that have come with the new TalkSim update 1.1, and I'll also go through some of the systems. Probably be talking about ECS on Monday, so the environmental control systems, if you are interested in that. Take care, have a fantastic day.